Yeah, so as you guys can see, you take this path kind of to the east, and then you start heading south towards Yester Hill. And it's a kind of a cold, rainy day. Like every day since you guys have been here, it's very dreary and
misty,
very overcast. You guys have yet to see the sun since you've been here. And you travel along this path for about an hour and a half. And then the trail that you're traveling, you're in thick forest, and it leads you to a hill covered with dead grass and cairns of black rock. Dark, ominous clouds gather high above, and a single bolt of lightning strikes the hilltop. West of the hill,
may not want to...
West of the hill, the land, the woods, and the sky vanish behind a towering wall of fog.
Okay, we may not want to walk up the road, you know?
Yeah, I'm totally good going through the natural forest.
Oh, well, look, there's not a lot of...
I mean, we're assaulting a hill, and what Finn knows about tactics, arguably very little, he slept through most of those classes, is that taking a hill is very difficult if you're not already on top of the hill.
Wait, what does it being
naturally
an old hill have to do with fighting Strahd?
There are druids. Druids on the hill.
Who are servants of
Strahd. They are servants of Strahd.
What if we came in from the west instead of floating up
from the giant fog wall?
And they have the thing that makes alcohol. That's why we came up here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they've got the booze gem. We need the booze gem.
We've decided that one way of defeating Strahd is to get the people on our side.
Well,
via booze.
Yeah.
We did?
Well, sure, why not? Can't hurt.
Now, if I know one thing about these woods, which isn't very much, I'm not gonna lie, but
don't be modest.
The woods are known to be very cursed in the sense that there will be things in these woods, like, you know, Strahd's druids, ghosts, wolves, that will definitely not be happy about our presence there. I would almost say it would be wise to stick to the road.
Oh. Well, we'll certainly be seen.
Well, I think that the road looks, or the hill looks fairly barren.
It does, unfortunately.
So,
let me give you guys some more description.
Yeah, I want to know about that. In the center there, is that just a pile of rocks in a circle, or is that a tower?
Okay, so you guys are coming from the path to the north, and it's a dirt trail that runs along two concentric rings of cairns that encircle the hillside. Each cairn is a 10-foot high mound of slimy black rocks.
Slimy.
Yeah. And then at the top of the hill is a wide ring of black boulders and smaller rocks that collectively form a makeshift wall enclosing a field of dead grass. Lightning strikes the edge of the ring from time to time, illuminating a ghastly 50-foot tall statue made of tightly woven twigs and packed with black earth.
It's a wicker man!
The statue resembles a towering cloaked man with fangs.
Alright, there's going to be a prisoner inside that they want to burn up.
And there are also beings on top of the hill, but I'll wait till Nathan gets back to describe those.
So we probably can't see whatever those trees are behind the wicker man and the ring.
Yeah, from where you guys are now, you can't see that. So Nathan, I described a little bit while you were gone. The trail leads through two concentric rings of cairns that go around the hillside. Each cairn is 10-foot-high mound of slimy black rocks. And then
Delicious.
at the top of the hill is a wide ring of black boulders and smaller rocks that form a makeshift wall enclosing a field of dead grass. Lightning strikes the edge of the ring from time to time, illuminating a ghastly 50-foot-tall statue made of tightly woven twigs and packed with black earth. It resembles a towering cloaked man with fangs.
I'll take one guess on who that is.
It's kind of a Wicker Man Strahd.
Yeah, and also, as you guys, at this point, I will assume that you are on the path, just kind of where the tree line ends.
Okay.
So you're kind of hanging there, and you see at the top of the hill quite a few figures gathered around this huge statue. And it's kind of hard to tell from this distance exactly what you're looking at, but it looks like quite a few humanoid figures and then a fellow on a horse.
Quite a few, meaning like 50 or 1,000?
Around a dozen.
Okay.
And the guy on the horse is very distinct from this distance because you see, it's kind of just dark. You can't really see what color it is, but you see that its mane is fire, and there are flames coming up from its hoods. And its eyes are smoldering with firelight.
I look at the ranger. Is that natural?
Naevin, you know that this is not a natural creature.
Can't hear you there, Craig.
Is he talking?
Yeah, the mouse moves us.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
We're just going to take turns having technical
Can you
difficulties.
guys hear me now?
Yes,
Yes.
we can.
Yeah.
All right. Yay! Always have two microphones.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
I
four.
would say 4. No, that is an unnatural beast that must be rid of this place. Return to the hell from whence it came, or such like things.
All right. Well, good
Oh,
luck.
it looks kind of cool. I'd ride one.
Yeah.
No, only good for roasting marshmallows.
Ooh.
I'd ride a
Or
hell
marshmallows.
Marshmallows.
Tell us, Ranger. Here are these mallows of the marsh.
I come from a small bush in the far south of a lost land. Very tasty.
Marshmallow bushes.
Marshmallow bushes.
There's what he looks
They sound
like.
kind of strange.
Oh, shit. It is a hell horse, all right.
That is. How far away is said horse?
He's at the top of the hill.
How far away is the top of the hill?
Let's
Like-
see. It's pretty far. The ring of boulders at the top, the ring of boulders that goes around the base of the hill is 250. Or, hang on. Yeah, the ring of boulders at the top is 250 feet in diameter. So, it's pretty
So-
far.
Over 1,000 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. That's out of range.
Yes.
You wimp. I thought you knew how to use a bow.
Again, my range is 600 feet, so it's slightly more than my range.
All right. Well, it looks like we're having a party up there.
Shall we crash it?
I'm sure we were invited.
No.
Or we should have been.
Can I wish to cast Disguise Self on myself to look like one of the druids from the wine place.
Okay.
Yeah. Just generically evil druid type looking dude.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can cast Disguise Self at will, I may as well do so.
You willfully disguise yourself.
I willfully disguise myself as a druid, and I'm like, maybe we can do this. Maybe we can get ourselves closer to the druids without them attacking us. If it looks like I have you as my prisoners and I'm bringing you as a sacrifice to the dark tower thing.
Oh, you get to be burned up in the Wicker Man. Oh, I like that.
Well, the plan isn't to actually burn you. Like, not all of you, please.
Not all of you.
Yes.
Most of us.
Just some. Well, we need to make sure they believe us. But no, we that old fake prisoner game.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as much as I enjoy that idea, I am Vistani too. And I also, my people do serve Strahd, so I could also help convince them of your
Intent?
identity.
There we go. I am fine with that. So it's just the two. Lex, is there a way that I could possibly have the name of one of the druids if we would have had that? I'm sure we spoke to them. I remember, like, interrogating one of them.
Yeah, let me find a name.
So while I'm remembering a name, do we want to? Are you guys okay with this plan?
I'm okay with you taking the others as prisoner. Nathan, do you want to be a prisoner or do you want to be invisible?
Finn is fine with being a prisoner.
Yep.
His sword, he reaches back, and when he grabs the hilt, it turns into a puff of the fog that we're surrounded by and floats away. His only obvious weapon gone.
Alright, I cast invisibility upon myself.
Okay. I walk up to Ren and take out a rope and say, "Prisoner."
Oh, little bondage.
She laughs at you and then turns invisible.
Everybody's doing it.
No, I will do it.
Well, no, we don't need any prisoners if all our prisoners are invisible.
I'm not invisible.
Yeah.
I didn't take invisibility. I have darkness. That doesn't
Oh, so we do need one prisoner.
No.
That's fine. So I will bind his hands with a very convincing slip knot.
Very convincing.
I know I'm convinced.
Yes.
All right.
And I feel like I might have a name.
The name comes to me.
One of the druids' name was Erin.
Erin.
It's one of the females. She was the only one you got a name from.
All right, I disguise myself like a female druid.
Okay.
Antlers and shit.
Antlers and possibly shit. I'm not sure. They were kind of nasty looking.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So what's going on? Give me the lowdown.
I think this is what we have. We have an invisible wizard and an invisible bard. We have a Vistani and me disguised as a druid who have Finn as a prisoner, and we've told Ren not Ren, the moon elf whose name is Theo. We've told Theo to hide in the woods.
Okay.
The woods we were told not to go into.
Yeah.
Or hide like in the safe part of the woods.
Right.
I don't know.
He says, well, if I'm in the woods and you get into trouble, I won't be any help to you. By the
Okay.
time I run up that hill,
we can
I'll be dead.
Do you want to be a prisoner?
Do you want to be a prisoner then?
He likes tying you up.
That's our option. Prisoner
It's
or
a convincing knot.
I convincing Slipknot.
Go ahead and be a prisoner.
Theo.
She says,
All right, so
what's the plan exactly? I don't really like this being a prisoner idea. Like
that's fair.
how is that going to help us?
That's nice, NPC.
Well, I thought the plan was to get their booze gym. I mean,
So we're going to go up there, talk to them about how we are giving sacrifices to the Great Wicker Man, and then we're close enough that they won't have the entire opportunity to cast nasty spells and shoot long-range things at us, and then we can hit them upside the head with weapons of destruction.
The condensed plan is to get closer than where we are without being shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so
That's the plan.
so who's invisible right now?
I am.
The
Brennan.
bard
And me.
and the wizard. Okay. So as you guys are discussing all this and deciding what you're going to do, you notice that the lightning that's striking these black stones at the top of the hill starts striking more and more regularly until it seems like as soon as one bolt goes away and like the after image is still like burned in your vision, like another one takes its place, and these rocks are just getting hit by lightning over and over, and you feel this massive wind pick up and like whip around you, and it seems to be blowing towards the top of the hill, and it's too far, and with the wind you can't really tell, but for a moment you think you hear a snatch of something that sounds like voices chanting in unison, and you start to see this very ominous looking green light start coming out of the giant statue, and it's
That's
like
good.
it seems like every time a lightning bolt strikes, the light like pulses a little brighter.
Nice.
I think we should hurry up.
Let's go.
Alright.
It's a party.
So, I think Plan A still is okay. We just now have Plan A plus, which includes faster running up the hill.
Yeah.
No.
No, I don't think Red runs.
Well, Ren floats up the hill invisibly.
Okay, so Ren and Kismet are invisible,
Correct.
and Naevin is disguised as a female druid,
Yeah.
and then you want Fiona and Giovanni to be prisoners.
No, Giovanni is going to be a Vistani supporter of Strahd,
Okay.
and Finn and Theo are prisoners tied up on a rope being dragged behind.
And tell us
Theo.
about that knot again, in case he didn't get it.
In case you missed it, it is a very convincing slip knot.
Okay. Well, she's okay with the slip knot then. She just
Yeah.
didn't want to be tied up.
Actually
and
bind her. That'd be nonsense.
No, I would bind her in a mutually agreeable sort of manner.
What's your safe word?
All right. So you guys are heading up the hill.
And so we dash up the hill, prisoners in tow, invisible people being all sightless. Or lightless.
Okay. As you guys make your way up the hill, you pass a couple what look to have been shallow graves that have recently been dug up and are empty.
Ah.
neat.
Well, we're late for a very important date, so we will very much.
I'll rob those white girls. Continue.
And are you guys going on the path or some other way?
Yep.
The path.
No, we're being. I think obvious is the way to go. Why would people who have every right to be there be sneaky?
Exactly.
There you go.
Unless the druids know not to use the path, of course. But, yeah, you know. How would we know that?
Silence prisoner.
It's okay to be a prisoner.
All right, so you guys climb up the hill, and again, you pass through these two rings of these cairns that look very old. And as you approach the black stones at the top, you get a little nervous probably because they keep being struck by lightning. And now that you're closer, you can see every time the lightning strikes, it kind of arcs all the way around this circle of stones. But it does not arc across the path that you're taking. So it looks like you will be able to pass through safely, but it's still a little disconcerting, probably, to see all this electricity playing around. And
but I have all natural armor with no metal on it.
And as you guys climb up to the summit, you can see through this opening in these black stones, you can finally see what's going on. You see near this huge statue, you see 6 of what look to appear to be more of these evil druids. They're dressed very similarly to the ones that you saw at the winery. They're covered in dirt and leaves. They look
just like Naevin.
Yeah, they look very dirty and unkempt. You see also among them are 6 men and women who are very roughly dressed in animal skins, and they look to be warriors of some kind. They all are wielding these huge, like, great axes, and even the women are, even in this kind of twilight, you can tell are very muscular and probably not people you'd want to mess with. And you see this figure sitting on this flaming horse, and he is a very imposing-looking figure dressed all in black. And with one look, you're certain that he's Strahd himself. Between seeing his countenance on pretty much every coin you've seen in Barovia and hearing descriptions of him, it's pretty clear that that's who you're looking at. And you see now that there, in addition to all this other stuff, there are also 6 dire wolves that are all like kind of sitting on their haunches in a ring around Strahd. And you notice that everybody seems very intent on what the druids are doing as they're kind of dancing in a circle around the statue. But you notice that the dire wolves all kind of turn and look in your direction, but they just kind of stare at you. They don't react in any other way.
6 dire wolves, druids, burly guys, and Strahd. Yeah, we should continue on.
Pay no attention to the invisible P that.
Would I be able to recognize who the burly people are?
Yeah, you would recognize them as a barbarian tribe that lives in the forests of Barovia. They're usually seen as very violent, kind of uneducated, brutish kind of people.
We were supposed to bring these prisoners to a different hill, so don't mind us.
It's not Yesterhill, it's Tomorrow Hill.
Yeah. Our bad.
Well, at this point, you guys haven't gone through that circle of rocks yet, and the wolves are the only ones that seem to have noticed you.
Well, last time
an invisible hand pulls you backwards.
I seeing Strahd, the plan of when Strahd was just a large wicker statue, it was more of a plan. Now there's an actual Strahd and 6 extra dire wolves. I remember what happened last time we went against insurmountable odds, and we near died. So we have now extra insurmountable.
Extra.
I don't know. I think we did pretty good.
But now we've got the Sunblade.
Oh, the Sunblade.
What does the Sunblade do?
It's an anti-Strahd sword.
Yeah, it's an anti-Strahd sword.
Does it kill Strahd?
And we have an extra
for a long distance?
No. It does like sunlight and 15 feet and extra undead damage, and it gives emotions to people that hate Strahd.
Well, it's only so, like, there's still a lot of other things.
I'm gonna whisper, if he's here, then that means he's not at his castle.
You got a great point. Quickly, to Ravenloft!
So, yeah, needless to say, I think that wine doesn't need to flow today.
Right. Let's just go. Come on. Let's just go.
All right.
Don't we have a list of questions?
Yeah, we have a list of things
One on the list.
Yeah, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 other effective
Yeah.
places.
let's
Can we
go
just say we're
from
leaving right
a
now?
long distance from here.
Yeah.
Are you guys wanting to go back to the newbie zone?
Yeah.
We don't want to be at the. The middle is
I
fine.
think this is a raid, guys. We don't want to go.
Yeah.
in.
I don't have buffs.
Well,
Yeah, we've got-
so you guys hesitate, going into
I'm
the
hesitating by walking away.
and you hear this loud crack, and for a second you think it's a crack of thunder, and then you realize that this huge statue has split down the middle, and there's like this green light coming out, and the statue rips open, and out of it comes a huge hulking form that looks like some kind of animated giant tree. And it like roars with this unearthly voice that kind of shakes the ground underneath your feet, and you see its huge branches kind of whipping around. And you notice from where its chest would be this green light kind of pulsing, almost like a heartbeat.
Oh, good. More things added to it.
You guys, with all this thunder, you probably don't hear it, but I did say I'm leaving, and my footsteps are probably drowned out by all the lightning and everything.
Kismet's off to tell Saruman that his tower is about to get full.
Yeah, so we see this monstrosity. Are we good to go?
Just
I will bow deeply
And then shit your pants.
and proceed to walk away.
Yeah. With
Just
no
walk
cowardice at all, we leave.
Well, once you guys go, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 feet back the way you came, you're low enough on the hill that they can't see you now from the top. But you can still see the top of this thing that they've just created or summoned or whatever they did. And the wind shifts for a second, and you can hear a man's voice shouting. His voice is obviously, it's very raspy, like his voice is going hoarse from shouting. And you miss the first part of what he says, but then you hear him screaming, "Go to the winery, destroy the vineyards, kill everyone you find." And then you hear these sounds that you imagine must be the footsteps of this huge tree thing.
Oh, crap.
Lumbering your way.
Okay, so I think we should ambush the big tree thing when it's
Without
not
Strahd.
without Strahd. I think that's a really good plan. I
All
think
plans involving not Strahd, I like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so we could set up an ambush point along the path to the winery.
Yes, let's do that. But we have to get this thing moves fast. We have to, book it.
Okay, so we book it down the hill.
Okay.
Is that good? Everybody run.
Yeah.
I've been
Yeah.
here for a while.
I free my prisoners. You're welcome.
Here's a good picture.
Oh yeah.
Ooh,
Ooh.
that's quite. Yep,
That's Strahd on his horse.
that's nice.
What's that thing behind? That's not the giant tree, is it?
That looks like one of the gateways in the wall, maybe.
Oh,
I get it now. Nightmare. Females were called mares.
there we are.
Kill me.
So if we run, I assume we can move faster than the tree thing.
Yes. Yeah, you can keep ahead of it without too much problem.
Okay. So we sort of book it in down the hill, down the road for like I don't know how far, like a few hundred meters, and then
Yes.
okay, and then we'll sort of peel off into the sides of the into the woods by a few feet to set up an ambush point.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Bows drawn, weapons readied, spells chanted.
Got
I don't
the
know.
drums.
I don't know if this question can be answered or not. Of course, you just tell me. I wouldn't know that. But the Gulthias staff. Do I think that it would blow that thing up if I broke it? I don't know. I know it kills blights. Is that like a big blight?
Oh,
The daddy blight? Like Blight Dad?
It is a plant.
Yeah, but I don't know if like Blight Dad is actually a blight or I don't know.
Like he's transcended blightness.
Yeah, he's no longer a blight. He's more like a plague.
I don't know. I guess you could snap it in half and see what happens.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Ah, great. Well, that didn't do anything.
Plan B.
Does Plan B run away from the tree that's looking confused? So yeah, that's our plan. I'm going to hide.
I'm invisible.
While waiting.
Hiding.
Well, I think everybody's hiding in an ambush sort of position, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
invisibly, casually walking down the hill still.
Nice.
I
Whistling.
think you're. It takes a lot to motivate you to move quickly, Red.
I know. Giant zombie ants. No, that's not enough.
No, giant zombie ant backed up by Strahd, 6 dire wolves, and an army of druids and barbarians, and that doesn't even get past casual walk.
Right. At least she's moving.
Like,
She is safe within her invisibility spell.
right? Vampires can't cast magic, if I remember correctly, right?
Sure. Trust that.
So, how long have you been waiting for an ambush? Like, after a few minutes, can we give up on the ambush working?
Why? It's gonna come. We hear it coming, right?
Oh yeah, you can hear it.
Oh, okay, good.
Boom, boom, boom.
Who's choosing the ambush site? Naevin?
Our ranger.
Yeah.
We trust
I find
our ranger.
I find a place where the road bends slightly. That there's some higher trees in the woods, but there's some nice clear sight lines through it. I'm assuming this sort of thing would exist somewhere in a forest.
Yeah. Go ahead and make me a survival roll. See how good of a spot you find.
I'm not terribly good at that, but
Well, you're better than
I roll a 9.
Total?
Yep.
Alright. So you find a serviceable spot. It's not ideal, but it's not terrible.
I found the woods.
It'll work.
That's right.
I rolled a
Just
3.
down in the middle of the road, they'll never expect it.
There's a historical marker that says 16 ambushes were held here.
Some successful.
It's like a
5
telescope.
succeeded.
Yeah.
11 failed.
Okay, well, it was a good plan. The dice didn't really pay off for it, but,
Open your guidebook to Barovia. Ambush spots.
Right.
So those of you that are invisible, how long does that last?
1 hour.
Oh,
An hour.
okay, not a problem. Is that a concentration thing?
Yeah, I'm concentrating.
Yep.
Okay.
Straight real hard.
As soon as the blight passes me, then I decide to keep pace with it from behind.
Okay.
What happened to Ren?
Haven't
Ren.
seen her.
Well, she's invisible.
Probably
Of course, you haven't
somewhere-
seen her.
Rating.
You haven't seen me, and I'm here.
My turns
so
are
Renry,
My turns
far
are
away from it
ranger
are
when
you?
I say, like, I only hope they're on the same page as us.
Right.
Oh, I think they are.
I'm here.
Good,
Don't worry.
about 15 feet I stayed from behind it.
Okay.
Oh, damn. You can smell that thing's ass. I guess you're floating, though, so it's not like you're going splash, splash, splash or anything.
Okay.
As soon as I would have had invisibility, I wouldn't have been floating anymore.
Can I create like some good hiding spots or stuff for our ambush? Can I try that?
Yeah. Yeah,
Like-
everybody can make a stealth roll to hide.
Yeah, I'm good at these.
I roll a natural 20 with a plus 11, so I'm at 31.
I also rolled the 20. Where is it? It's right there.
Nice.
Does being invisible give me a bonus? I would think. Yeah.
I believe you get advantage if you're invisible.
That makes sense.
I've got a 21.
Nice.
Well, it's not 31, but it's not bad.
Actually, no. I have disadvantage on stealth checks because of my armor. So, I get a 20. I roll a 19 this time. So hey,
22.
Right.
19.
I like this die. So far, so good.
23.
No, I don't like that roll.
Oh,
See, this is what happens when you roll real die. So what we've all hidden in a we've hidden well in a poorly chosen spot.
right. I'm behind the historical marker.
Hiding behind someone else who's hiding
Yeah.
also.
Yeah,
Wait, but you're hiding behind me and I'm invisible, so it doesn't help.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh no, I got a 20. That's fine. That was a disadvantage.
That's awesome.
That's with disadvantage? You got a 20?
Yeah, because I rolled a 20 and then I rolled a 19.
That's pretty good for hiding behind an invisible person.
Yeah.
That must mean your invisibility is either very good or very bad.
Yeah, that's what I just think I'm invisible.
It's just like you're so invisible. Like if you look through where you're supposed to be, it's just a tear in time and space.
Yeah.
It's either that or it's the invisibility where like you're only invisible if nobody's looking at you.
Right.
Only invisible when you're playing the trombone.
Yeah.
Goblet drums.
Yeah. Bo, 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 bo.
Quit playing the drums, you're invisible.